My name is Kennedy Chadwick, and I'm going to be talking about inviting today because it's kind of scary at times, but really it's not. So I've been coaching for about a year, and to be completely honest, I did not invite to coaching for literally a year. I haven't. And my mindset totally changed. One, with personal development, I gained the confidence, and two, just changing the perspective from thinking about how it made me feel, it made me feel uncomfortable. It was way out of my comfort zone. It made me feel scared. It made me feel like I was going to get judged. And so changing that perspective on how it made me feel and thinking about all those girls out there and guys too that need this opportunity, that need the product, that need the community and the workouts and everything about it, thinking about those people. And with your invites, totally loving on those people, totally finding your tribe. And that's another thing we're going to talk about is finding your people and how to invite, but finding your people and loving up on them. Okay. And so, it's not a scary thing once you learn that we have this amazing thing, this amazing opportunity, this amazing community to bring people into. And so that's what we're going to talk about a lot today is being able to invite with confidence and knowing that you can do this and you can bring those people in that need you. So the first thing, with inviting, it's a multi-step process. There are so many different parts to it that when I would sit down and think about inviting coaches, I would dread it. It was my weak point. I wouldn't do it because I was I don't even know where to start. So I broke it down. I'm a teacher and I need straight up, I need organization and I need steps to be able to know what I'm doing. And so I broke it down to very basic parts to make it more intentional and to make it more effective and make it less time consuming so I can just bust it out. So we're gonna I'm an Instagram lover. I only use Instagram, but if you're a Facebooker too, use that as well. But we're gonna be mostly talking about Instagram and how you can use the tools that Instagram has to invite with intentionality, being intentional and being effective with it. So when you're on your Instagram base, so the first step you gotta do, like I said, this is a multi-process and I broke it down into very specific groups. So the first thing you need to do is you need to make a list of hashtags that relate to you, that describe you, that you connect with. So for example, I'm a teacher, and so I would write down on my list, I would do hashtag teachers of Instagram, hashtag I'm a second year teacher, so I get a little bit more specific, hashtag second year teacher, hashtag flexible seating, or if you do it yourself projects, or you Tone It Up Girls are always a good account because they're literally always doing what we're doing, and so they're a great target to hit on. BBG, cooking stuff, dog mom, anyway, so make a list of hashtags that describe you and that you connect with. So then when you're looking through them, you want to find accounts of people. You want to be very, very intentional with this step because it's going to make everything else so much easier. So find an account. For example, I'll show you one of my favorite accounts, and honestly she's a Tone It Up girl, and so she's a great example. She has tons of followers and she has kind of the people, I love her vibe. So you want to find accounts that you connect with them, you love their vibe, and that you want to be their friend. Okay, because the people that you're inviting, like I said, this is intentional. You want it to be people you want to hang out with in real life. You want it to be people that are like you. You want it to be people that are hard workers, that are go-getters. And so be intentional with that. So she's a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but she does Tone It Up stuff. And this is her. So I love her profile. I want to be her best friend. I feel like we are. She doesn't know it, but that's okay. So then, once you find an account, and this is just the first step, but as you go through this, you'll totally be inviting, and you'll find an inspo account, and you're oh my gosh, this is a great inspo account, is what I call it. And so what you're gonna do is when you find that perfect account where you're I love this girl, and she has quite a bit of interaction on her page, and she has like comments and like a plethora of followers as well, you're gonna go to one of her photos and then you're gonna bookmark. Okay, so you see this little tab here. You're gonna bookmark and you're gonna save to a collection, and you're gonna name, you can add right here, and you're gonna name it inspo account, okay? Or whatever you want, but this is pretty much, here's my inspo account. This is pretty much where all my accounts that I pull my invites from. These are people that I came across and they have good followers, they have good interaction, and I don't think they'd really want to coach, or maybe they would, and I love their vibe, and so I want to connect with people like them that are like me, okay? So just find some really solid inspo accounts, because that is where you're gonna pull your invites from. So that's step one, okay? Once you get that done, you're gonna do, find one of Micah's invite scripts, okay? And then you're gonna watch Cozy's training on how to do that in your like shortcuts, because it saves lives and it's awesome. So then you have your invites down, and I have like 3 or 4 different ones, just because it's just a little bit different, switch it up a little bit, and I edited them so it's more personal, so it's coming from me. So some of them are, well, like all of them include something like, oh my gosh, girl, like I love your vibe, like you are my type of person, like are you coaching? Okay, are you coaching is an awesome invite because it's like super interactive. Most of the time they're not, and they're gonna reply like, no, like I'm not, I'm just on my inspiration journey or on my fitness journey or whatever. And so that's a really good segue into a conversation, even if they don't want to coach. Okay, so that's a connection. So let me get back into Instagram. So get your invites, talk about, like I said, you want this to be people you want to work with and you want to be around every single day. Like that's the beauty of inviting. And then that way, like that's what makes inviting fun and not scary, is because you're finding people that like are like you and that you love already and you don't know them. And that's why it's not scary. It becomes fun because you're sharing the opportunity with people who are just like you that needed this. Okay, so we got our hashtags, we got our invites. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to one of our inspo accounts. I'm gonna go with that one girl because she's awesome. Actually, we'll go here. So I have tons of inspo accounts, and most of them I just came across by inviting, and then I found them, and so you'll get there too. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to one of your inspo accounts. Like this girl has tons of followers. You're gonna go to their profile, okay? And then you're gonna find a picture, and I like to target people who are already doing fitness because I love inviting to the coaching opportunity. So here's a picture of her with her fitness stuff on, and she's doing her thing, and I like her. She's my best friend, but like I said, they don't know. It's okay. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through their likers, okay? So obviously I've been through this picture a couple of times, and you're just gonna go through and you're gonna click on some people and you're gonna see if they're your vibe, okay? You, like I said, make sure it's somebody that you wanna hang out with, or else this like defeats the purpose. So I like her. What do you guys think? I like her. Okay, she's already doing fitness. I wanna kinda be a yogi, but I'm not, so we could probably like talk about that. Right? So anyway, I like her vibe. She seems like my kind of person. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save, again, the bookmark. I'm gonna save to a collection. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create today's date. So it's the 18th, I think. Okay, so now she's going into a collection that's today's date. And my goal is to fill this collection with 50 people, okay? Because I invite like a cool freaking person, and I try to do 50 a day. And so this is what helps me keep it in line and keep it organized, and so I know when I get my 50. And so when I added her to a collection, I'm not gonna, and this is totally like up to you. I personally, I don't follow her. I don't like anything yet, or I don't comment right away, because I save my collections for the next day. So tomorrow, I'm gonna go back to the 18th, which is today, and I'm gonna invite all those people. And that's when I do, I follow obviously, and then like and comment and then invite. There's other coaches too that do the connecting the day that they find their account, and then invite the next day or whatever. So that's like totally on you, what you want to do. That's just what I do. So then again, I just stay in the same inspo account, and that's what's awesome about finding a really good like inspo account, is that you can just go through the likers and find those people, and you're like, I can average like right now, and this is like fairly new to me, I can do about 10 in 10 minutes. So you'll just get faster as you go. And those inspo accounts that are good is like super helpful to making it just like go super fast. Okay. So another one, like she's already doing fitness, something that I look for. She's on a boat, so we can be friends. And yeah, I love her. Okay. So I'm going to click on a picture. Again, bookmark it, save to a collection, save to today's date. Okay. So then when I get my 50, okay, I'm done for the day with that part. I have my accounts that I'm going to invent. I have my girls that I want on my team. And then the second part of it is actually inviting, okay? So this is where it comes in super handy that you have your scripts or your invites in your like super fast shortcut thingy. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in my collections. So here's my bookmark. I'm gonna go to my collections, and I'm gonna go to yesterday's date, the 17th. And this is where I'm pulling people to invite from. Okay, so I know I already invited like a couple of these, so we'll start here. So then I click on her profile, because this is my collections. This is my intentional people that I want to hang out with. I'm gonna follow, and then this is where I just go through, and I totally like, this is me. In my invites, I always admit that like I totally stalked you and I'm a creeper, and that's how it went down. And so I like, and then I might comment on a few or just go through and like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I already love you. I'm gonna go invite you. And I always invite to coaching. Like that is my thing, because that's the people you really get to value and hang out with and love up on. So then I do my super short, sweet coach invite, send it, and I'm on to the next one. Okay. So that's what's super awesome about this, is you can whip it out so fast. So I can never fit in a power hour. I do power pockets. And so this just like, this breaks down the steps so you can just do each part super fast. And that's what I love about it. And then I'll just keep going down the list, and I'll follow. I'll go through their stuff, and I'll love up on them, because that's what inviting is about. It's like, I know it's super terrifying to you, but you gotta like make sure this person knows that you already love them, and that you want to be their best friend, and that you want like good things for them, because that's what's gonna attract your true tribe and your people. And that's why inviting is like awesome and amazing. Coach invite. Okay. And so I do like 10 at a time, or whatever I have for my power pockets. And that's pretty much what I do as far as inviting. So that's my process. It's super sweet. It breaks down each step. And that way, like I said, each part can go way faster than doing all the steps combined. That takes me forever. And then there is a super cool feature. So like I said, use the are you a coach? That's an amazing conversation starter. And then once they reply, oh no, like I'm not a coach, but like what is it, or want more information, you can star their conversation. So that's how I keep up with my conversations of people that want more information, or that I'm continually talking to. You can star their conversation. So that's where I go back, and this is my follow-ups. That's my follow-up strategy, is the starring. And so that's like super handy too, because then you can find it at the plus up here. No, that's not right. You can find it here, just kidding. And then in the start. And that's how you follow up with those girls that want more information about coaching or different things like that. But yeah, so that makes it super sweet and simple as well. But yeah, the thing that is super awesome about doing collections, like I said, like my brain needs to be extremely structured and organized to like get this whole thing. And so once you have your collections of 50 people, and if you want to add more, like to invite like crazy, do it. But I have my 50, okay? And so this is an awesome way. Like I use it obviously to pull like my girls from, and then invite the next day. But a big part of it is like you invite and then you always want to follow up, whether it's like a week down the road, a month down the road, 2 years down the road. Like you always want to love up on these people because they're your tribe and you never know when they're going to come around to this opportunity. And so it's a great way to connect with them after the fact you invited them. So like I said, I can go back to a date. Here's my 50 people. And I'm going to click on them. I'm going to go to their profile if it loads. And then my favorite way to connect with them, just to show them like I'm following your journey and I'm invested in taking time to like care for you and like love up on you, is to go to their story and then comment on it. It's super simple. It goes right into their inbox, and then it's a solid conversation starter if you ask a question. So that's the big part. And then if they don't do stories, then I just like find a new picture, comment on that, ask a question. And then that way you're continuously building a relationship with them. And so it's not like they invited me, they only want me as a number, and that was the end. So you want it to continue on. Like these are your people, show them some love, show them you're invested in them. Guys, inviting is scary and it makes you feel that way at first. So you have to focus on how you want your people to feel, and you have to focus on the fact that we have this amazing opportunity to share with others, this amazing opportunity to like develop a community and a tribe with these awesome people that we've been searching for. And so you have to go for it. Like you have to go for it, get out of your comfort zone and go love up on some people, because that's what we're all about.